It started with a lie, not the malicious kind, the kind born out of desperation, wrapped in panic, and tied together with the fancy bow of corporate politics. Madison Hart had precisely 3 minutes to find a date for her excruciatingly high-profile tech gala or risk humiliation, and the loss of a multi-million-dollar contract. Enter Elijah Kane. Tall, magnetic, and devastatingly rich. Elijah wasn't just the CEO of Kane International. He was Madison's former college nemesis, the guy who once stole her project pitch and turned it into a billion-dollar app. So, asking him to be her fake date? That was swallowing a cactus while smiling. But he agreed. On one condition. She'd owe him a favor. "You want me to what?" Elijah leaned back in his leather chair, a slow grin playing on his lips. Madison shifted uncomfortably. "Just one night. Pretend to be my date. Smile. Be charming. Don't say anything that'll make me throw a drink in your face." "That's a tall order, Hart." She folded her arms. "I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate." He studied her, his eyes sharp, calculating. "And what's in it for me?" "I'll owe you." "Interesting." He tapped his pen against the desk. "You've got yourself a deal." The lights of the Ritz-Carlton ballroom danced across the ceiling as Madison stepped in arm with Elijah. She was stunning in emerald green, and he looked like sin in a tuxedo. Gasps, whispers, and the occasional champagne spill trailed in their wake. Elijah was infamous, and everyone knew Madison hated him. Their sudden united front was the gossip grenade of the year. "You clean up nice," he murmured, brushing a kiss to her temple. She stiffened. "You don't have to sell it that hard." "Darling, I'm a billionaire. Selling is what I do." They danced once, then again. By the third waltz, Madison's irritation had melted into something more dangerous, something warm. "You always did lead," Elijah said, his hand at the small of her back. She glanced up, breath catching. "Maybe I just got tired of chasing you." For a second, he looked like she'd struck him. Then the grin returned. "Maybe it's my turn to catch you." By the end of the night, the charade blurred. Elijah kissed her in the limo, and she kissed him back. It wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't supposed to feel real, but her heart didn't get the memo. The next morning, Elijah called in his favor. "I need you to come to Montana." She blinked. "Montana? My sister's engagement party. It's complicated." "And you want me to play what? Your date again?" He hesitated. "Number this time. I want you to be my girlfriend." Madison expected a disaster. She didn't expect to fall in love with his family. Or worse, with Elijah. His mother hugged her like a long-lost daughter. His niece braided flowers into her hair. And Elijah looked at her like she held the universe. "I never brought anyone home before," he admitted one night beneath a galaxy of stars. "Why now?" she whispered. "Because you make me want to be real." They returned to New York hand in hand, smiles barely hidden. It was no longer pretend. Until it was. A tabloid expose hit headlines. Kane's latest scheme, love as leverage, photos, leaked messages, a twisted narrative that Elijah staged everything for a merger deal. Madison's world shattered. "I didn't do this," he said, voice raw. "Then who did?" "My COO. He's been trying to oust me for months." She wanted to believe him, but she'd been burned before. Madison investigated, dug deep. It was true. The COO had planted everything, and Elijah had tried to shield her from the fallout. She found him alone in his penthouse, staring at the skyline like it held answers. "You could have told me," she said softly. "I didn't want to lose you." "You almost did." At another gala, This time hers, Elijah crashed the stage. "I lied to you once about a college pitch. I'm not making the same mistake again." He turned to the crowd, then back to her. "Madison Hart, you are not my fake date. You are the reason my world finally feels real. And if you'll have me, I want 1,000 more nights like that first one." Gasps, applause, and tears. She walked up to him, heart in her throat. "Don't ever lie to me again." "Never." She kissed him. 6 months later, they were in Montana again, but this time for their own engagement. No more pretending. Just a billionaire and the woman who changed his world, one fake date at a time. And that's how one night of pretending turned into a lifetime of something real. Sometimes love doesn't arrive in the way we expect. Sometimes it walks in wearing a tuxedo, with a smirk that used to drive you crazy, and ends up driving you straight into forever. If you enjoyed Billionaire's Fake Date Turned Real, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more heart-tugging love stories where sparks fly, lies unravel, and happily ever afters are always just one kiss away. Until next time, keep believing in love, even when it starts with a lie.